I could have never guessed that it would be such high-profile individuals in the video. I do feel sorry for their partners and spouses that they had to find out this way.
Apparently cheating is speaking out to Inside Edition.
It started with a kiss cam and ended with a $35 million divorce. Now the CEO's own children say they never want to see him again. Andy Byron had it all: power, wealth, a picture-perfect family. But one very public moment unraveled everything. Right there on the big screen in front of 20,000 fans, he leaned in and kissed his 25-year-old personal assistant, while back at home, his 2 kids were watching. And that's the part that really stings. That single kiss has cost him everything, and his family finally sees him for who he is as his mask finally slips off. You thought you heard the last of this scandal? Well, you are wrong, because a lot more is coming out. And what you are about to hear is truly shocking and sad at the same time. In this video, we will be exposing the deep cover-ups that are now being exposed by his family. Let's be real. This is the kind of scandal you cannot make up. One minute, Andy Byron, the 44-year-old CEO of a billion-dollar tech firm, Astronomer, is sitting courtside in the VIP section at a baseball game. Next, he's caught by the stadium's kiss cam, locking lips with a woman who is definitely not his wife. And here's the twist. The woman is Kristen Kitt, his company's own head of human resources. Yes, HR. At first it looked like an innocent, awkward moment. The camera zooms in, the crowd laughs, and Andy gently kisses Kristen like they've done it 100 times before. And maybe they have. But the smile didn't last long, because that kiss wasn't just caught on a screen in the stadium. It was broadcast live on the internet. And back home, watching the stream with their 2 kids, was Andy's actual wife of 17 years, Megan Byron. Let that sink in. Megan didn't hear it from rumors. She didn't find texts. She didn't get suspicious. No, she watched her husband kiss another woman in real time under stadium lights, while the whole crowd cheered like it was a romance comedy. Except it wasn't a movie. It was a public betrayal that millions of people saw online within hours. And Megan, she didn't stay quiet. By the next morning, she filed for divorce. The paperwork went public fast, a $35 million split. Her lawyers cited public infidelity and emotional damage to their children, and honestly, she had receipts. It's all on camera. There's no spinning your way out of a stadium kiss cam that goes viral. But here's what makes it worse. Kristen isn't just any woman. She works for Andy. She's the head of HR, the person in charge of enforcing workplace ethics. That's right, the woman he kissed, she's the one who's supposed to prevent this kind of mess. You couldn't script a bigger disaster if you tried. Sources say Kristen and Andy have been close for months. Same flights, same hotels, same after-hours meetings. Employees weren't blind, they saw the signs. One person even said she was called the queen of the 14th floor. Turns out, she might have been something more. Now, Andy's social media is wiped. No statement, no apology. He's reportedly on, quote, personal leave while the company scrambles to clean up the PR mess. Kristen's gone ghost. Her LinkedIn is gone, and she hasn't shown up to work since.
This requires, to me, not 1, but 2 resignations.
Meanwhile, Megan's lawyer's already prepping for war. And let's be honest, she's going to win it. This wasn't just a kiss. It was a public unraveling of a marriage, a career, and a billion-dollar brand. What makes this sad is that once upon a time, well, just last year, Andy and Megan Byron were the golden couple of tech. Silicon Valley loved them, investors admired them, tech blogs idolized them, and Instagram? Oh, Instagram worshipped them. Ski trips in Aspen, cozy charity galas in Palo Alto, matching Patagonia vests at Davos panels. Their feeds looked like something out of a Netflix docuseries. Tech royalty, the Byrons. Andy was the classic startup success story, a self-taught coder turned AI billionaire. Megan was the elegant ex-marketer turned philanthropist, loved for her quiet smarts and classy presence. The narrative was neat: a powerful CEO, a supportive wife, 2 kids, and a growing empire called Astronomer. It looked like a dream, but as we've seen, dreams and PR are 2 very different things. The kiss cam kiss, that was just the match. The real fire was already burning. After the Coldplay concert fiasco exploded online, nearly 90 million views on TikTok in less than 2 days, people close to the family finally spoke out. And guess what? Megan already knew. This wasn't a shocking discovery. It was the confirmation she'd been waiting for. She hired a private investigator last fall, one source told The Information. She knew something was off. She wasn't going to confront him without proof. Turns out, Megan had receipts before the internet did. And when that kiss played out live for the world to see, that wasn't just heartbreak. That was her final green light. But here's where it gets ugly. Kristen Kitt, yes, the same woman caught kissing Andy, wasn't just the other woman. She was also a close family friend. She'd been at their dinner parties, posed in background photos, and, as head of HR, she literally held the keys to Astronomer's employee files, complaint logs, salary records, you name it. This wasn't just betrayal, this was a breach of trust on all fronts, and the internet started digging. Within days, whistleblowers from Astronomer dropped bombshells. Kristen and Andy's little dates weren't just personal, they were charged to the company. We're talking $800 concert tickets, late-night Uber rides, luxury hotels booked on Astronomer's dime, and then Kristen's LinkedIn mysteriously vanished at exactly 11:47 p.m., the night the video blew up. Her profile, her connections, her work history, gone. Poof. But of course, people had screenshots. The internet never forgets. Now employees are speaking out, some anonymously, others not so much. They're calling for a full audit. Some even want the SEC involved. Why? Kristen, while running HR, allegedly gave bonuses and promotions to Andy's allies, played favorites, fast-tracked certain hires, and worse, leaked private employee data to help Andy silence critics or potential whistleblowers. If any of this is true, this isn't just a scandal. It's federal-level trouble. And the irony? Astronomer used to brag about its people-first policy. That slogan has now been quietly removed from their website. But while the company scrambles to hide the fallout, the real damage is happening behind closed doors. In the home Megan once shared with Andy, with the kids who had to watch their father betray their mother on a stadium screen. The public story is messy, the private one probably worse. There's betrayal, and then there's the kind you can't ever come back from. Multiple sources close to the Byron family have now confirmed the heartbreaking aftermath. All two of Andy and Megan's children have completely cut contact with their father since the scandal went public. Not a call, not a text, nothing. They told Megan they don't want to see him again, ever, a close family friend revealed. Not for birthdays, not for Christmas, not even for graduation. They're done. And who could blame them? Imagine being a teenager, opening your phone and seeing your own father's betrayal plastered across TikTok and Twitter. Memes, parodies, edits. Millions of strangers are laughing at your family's most painful moment. Coldplay memes with your dad's face photoshopped into breakup songs. Spotify playlist titled CEO Cheaters Be Gone. This isn't just a scandal, it's digital trauma. Their private grief has been turned into public entertainment. Their family's collapse is now a trending topic. Because when your dad becomes a meme, you don't just lose trust, you lose your safe place. At this point, it's starting to feel familiar, isn't it? The fall of yet another tech golden boy. First it was Elizabeth Holmes, then Sam Bankman-Fried, then Travis Kalanick, and now Andy Byron joins the club. But unlike the rest, Andy's fall wasn't tied to fraud or faulty tech. This one was personal. This was about power, ego, and believing you're too important for consequences. Andy Byron didn't steal investor money, he destroyed his family on a live stream. He believed he could have it all, the wife, the mistress, the billion-dollar company, and the applause of Silicon Valley. But what he forgot is that in the age of smartphones and social media, there is no private mistake. Every misstep is content, every kiss is a receipt. If anyone came out of this looking powerful, it's Megan Byron, or as she now goes by online, Meg Carry On. No breakdown, no press tour, no public tears, just a clean digital sweep. Andy's name removed, family photos archived, her Instagram quietly deactivated. She didn't need to talk. One viral tweet said, her silence spoke louder than his stadium kiss. Reports even say she is now living in a $2.4 million mansion after leaving Andy Byron's home. Behind the scenes, though, she's not staying idle. Sources say her legal team is building a rock-solid case. Misuse of company funds, breach of fiduciary duty, and even emotional damages caused by public humiliation. The $35 million divorce payout may only be the beginning. But the real win? She shattered the fairy tale. She showed that beneath the glossy power couple facade was a husband drunk on ego and a company crumbling under its own hypocrisy. And then there's Kristen, the woman at the center of it all, now vanished. Neighbors say she packed her car and disappeared in the middle of the night. Some claim she's hiding at a remote cabin in Oregon. Others say she left the country entirely. One thing's certain, she's not showing her face. No statement, no apology, just a deleted LinkedIn and a career gone up in flames. She was supposed to prevent HR disasters, one tweet joked. Instead, she became one. But here's the thing, Kristen didn't just break personal trust, she broke professional codes. As head of HR, she had access to the most sensitive information in the company. Employee complaints, salaries, and legal documents. And now, she's at the center of a growing call for a federal investigation. What started as a kiss cam moment has become a cautionary tale about power, ethics, and unchecked ego. And it's far from over.